So you want to have your best year ever? I do a seminar every year called How to Have Your Best Year Ever. So from that event, I'm going to give you my best 7 steps to how to have your best year ever right now. I'm on the rise. Are you ready to have your best year ever? Well, you have come to the right place. Let me give you 7 steps that I have learned from my mentor, Tony Robbins, a long time ago, that to this day I use. These are 7 simple steps. Of course, there are more to it, but let me give you the highlights of these 7 steps so that you can get started now. Whether it's January 1st or it is June 1st, it doesn't matter. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. So start now to have your best year ever. So these are the 7 steps, just an overview, how to have your best year ever. Step number 1 is get clear. Step number 2 is get certain. Step number 3 is get excited. Step number 4 is get focused. Of all the qualities of success, the number 1 is focus. Number 5, get committed. Number 6, get momentum. And finally, number 7, get smart. So these are the 7 steps. Very quickly, get clear, get certain, get excited, get focused, get committed, get momentum, and get smart. So what do I mean by step number 1? Get clear. Here's the thing. Clarity is power. To begin, gain clarity about where you are now. Because you cannot give anybody any direction until they tell you where they are. Try it. Impossible. So you must start by where you are and reflect on last year. That how far did you come? Did you get clear on your wins and what you didn't accomplish and where you need to start? So that's your starting point. So once you get clear, then you can go to the next step, which is get certain. Now that you know where you are, create certainty about your capacity to make your dream comes true. There is a specific process, an outline of questions that if you answer these questions, it just produces certainty. Then it can take you to step number 3, which is time to get definitely excited. Get excited. And now that you're clear about where you have been and certain about your ability to make your goals and dreams real, it's time to decide where you want to go. So where you want to go, and this is where the enthusiasm, the excitement comes in, that get excited about your future, that what is your goal for this year? This is where you write down all those things. And there's, again, I guide people with a set of questions to make it easy. As you answer the questions, it becomes easy for you to see where you want to go because it just asks you questions from your relationship, different categories of your life. So it covers more balanced approach to creating a brighter future and your best year ever. So step number 4 is get focus. As I was telling you in the beginning, that focus is the key to success. Greater success require that you concentrate your efforts on the smallest number of activities that will produce the largest amount of return and revenue. So you have to do that time and again. In your case, as I mentioned earlier, that of all the qualities of success, number 1 is focus. We entrepreneurs, we suffer from a disease, what we call SOS. It stands for the shiny object syndrome. So don't fall into that trap of shiny object syndrome. Now that you got clear, you got excited, you got certain, and you got excited about your future, it's time to focus. And the next step is get committed. Easiest way to get committed is find out why. The power of why. And why is more important than how. Don't worry about the how you're going to achieve your goals, because if you have a powerful why, that'll come first. That'll propel you to go find the how. The number 1 prerequisite is to have a burning desire. and that's coming from your why. So when you have that powerful why, it'll propel you to everything. Now that you know your why do you want to do this? Then you can go to step number 6, which is get momentum. Never leave the side of setting a goal without taking some action towards its attainment. You must take some immediate action now, however small. My mentor Tony used to always emphasize, make us right then, right now, that what can you do this moment to head towards that goal, and all the goals that you have written down, just do one step, and then it'll reveal the next step and the next step and the next. You don't have to do all of them. Just start writing the first step. What can you do? And once you have done that, you've now created some momentum. You're just one step closer. You're excited and you've created momentum, and which brings us to step number 7, get smart. First, make sure that you have, they call it SMART goals. Get smart means that you have to learn. You have to educate yourself. The skill sets that you're missing, that you bring it. Your goals are SMART, and that SMART is an acronym. S is they're specific, they're not vague, and M is they're measurable, and A is they're achievable, R is they're realistic, and T is there's a timeline for that goal. Because if you don't have any deadline or timeline, then it's just another dream. It's a pipeline dream. What gets measured gets managed. What gets managed gets improved. What gets improved gets achieved. And what gets achieved gets rewarded. These are the 7 steps for creating. It's a beginning step of how to have your best year ever. And I'm also going to give you something. This you can find elsewhere, but one thing I find is a lot has been said about writing your goals and focusing on 6 months, 3 months, 9 months, or 1 year goals, or 5-year goals. I believe not enough has been said about taking care of today. If you want to have your best year ever, then you cannot do that without having your best months ever. You cannot have your best month ever without having your best week ever. And you cannot have your best week ever without having your best day ever. If you want to have your best year ever, don't focus on the whole year, focus on today. Today is the tomorrow that you're worried about yesterday. Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery. Today is a gift. And that's why they call it a present. Your future, literally, your best year ever will depend on how you handle today, because the year is nothing but accumulation of these days that you have. And don't underestimate that, hey, I'm going to do it tomorrow. Don't just get through the day, get from the day. Another friend told me that, look, yesterday is a canceled check. Tomorrow is a promissory note. Today is cash. It's cash, baby. And you want cash. So go and have your best year ever. If you like what you've heard and you really are interested, not just interested, I mean committed to having your best year ever, I have a special gift for you. Right here or over here, just click it, and this gift is for you to ensure that you have absolutely, positively, inevitably your best year ever.